media wa ene dia na aka ni aka maybe yam se matena ha na metie na akomia
yes
agwable na akomia ye nyina no ye mabunu no he was somebody we were looking up to because about communication dia abra no one a prime no you could tell say he is the finest both NDC and MPP have ever had. But when who's the injury time you MPP communicators no mapem ntimi ne akokole na akomia from retirement. But baby o mampanyina Kufuado aban na say adru no. So okofa Christian Amampo of CNN and I say Zainab Badawi of BBC Kranwa. He can enye na akomia in an attempt to try to make the already blackened Kufuado government look so good, no? Okay, can't say they are not borne out by the facts. Me taking notes. He was talking about digitization.
Yes.
And it is a fact that everything you own in our digital space now, the digital infrastructure, everything was set up by Omampenyini John Dramani Mahama. And the records are there for all to show. So I was wondering.
Oh, can't fiber optics now.
Meba. Me say everything. Adie bi e wo ho sesi ya na ma interoperability ni bibia ekoso wo kroma in the digital space no was done by Omampenyini John Dramani Mahama. And let me take time to mention about 3, 4. There are about 15 of them, but I'll mention 5 important ones.
Mama omre am why me wo ho bi wa ho ma so me mfa ne mra na mama omre am why me pa cho why nti just baby udru ye kai ma me ba na wato aso ama me Ekosiisen so high Asempa FM ye the chairman Adekoka Edi Enkomo, and we promise say and a colleague on the other side chairman Divine Ago home and so bekasa, and we wanted to focus a bit more on the Greater Accra region because the two leading candidates going into 2020 to Greater Accra region. Chairman Divine Akwaba na prompt saying sisi amoto no makodo hen Okanshi. Oh, okay. Your name o colleague Adekoka Edi Nkomo na ye share data no in the Greater Accra region. Ye share vote amunya in 2016, and he makes the point say so 2016 seat amutimi gifree won sem na be 8 seats. Sisi amu 21 omo 13. Omo solve omo problems now in all those constituencies. Na omo sign agini nyina ete wo saying Chairman, what you mean? Etie for Johnson.
And I'm the chair, me and paying at the cook. Yes, to allow the extent, no, young and I to Greater Accra politically, shut down and yet party back me so and you know, yes, before 2016 election, now we're having a budget for opportunity. And you call about money I don't, and yenya 21. And you know, about 7 of the seats, 2016, and I winning this town. And it's honest, yes. I think we are about one, yeah, better into, and now I'm saying. For the man penyen His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Nijuma pa wa yes. Enye propaganda sense will be the kind of thing you know. And say, yeah, say the whole plane. To be you know, a branch of studio, no. Come out to interoperability, mobile money interoperability, where they have any idea of you or move on a muye, any idea. And this is for the come back to me at a pornocra, or have me said before Muno. And I answer, I don't know Nikki Kanko, any the air no cranko. There be you know, Mushi out here, and I'm a simple question. Me, but them prayer, I am a console to forget. 20 book or Muye. Omudi be mu se omo aye secondary school wo Polodo mi wo cafe mi fi atase krapo omo anya nto There's a whole secondary school, a whole infrastructure of a secondary school. Secondary school.
But and no the save seats na mama Greater Accra na.
Which I know the better than.
Ebe save mu seats na mama Greater Accra.
Question now we say man
yeah, me busa say.
Me build the point say. That we see at the saying.
Yeah.
And I mean can say. So be ye juma ya ye. E juma no the bed ye hu adan here. Na ye adia. So be obi be ka say wa ya onye ye. That's the point I'm trying to make. I hope that it's my thing.
Yes.
Very good.
And with the 8 seats now, Moje free NDC hono, from Krowo through to English ya man from. Are these seats more sure so mobile to maintain?
But I meaning yeah, give it no free. Any proposal no conference is one of the yambo. Na enu na omo betu aban behwe e dey ko aban gia and here ufa what say eduma member of parliament na ye wo ho e bia yeah meeting e wo ho a ye share ahinfo ni ade ahinfo na nketa omo bu nsan omo sre nyame mfa ho nyame nhira e di ma ye president who said it's my power and almost when he say if you want to ask honorable Polini achievement the beer yeah meeting no naka eho eye baby and so to na ya pete na ya but wa ye ho nyina kama na ya pete so see eho na it me meetings for why it me ya free wa ye ko le dukuku ohine no onu so saa no shra or nyame shra e dey ma president no my brother yeah go round the air force one no and I me
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
My original vice chairman before. And you have been involved in this I mean internet. If you move for not in the year, you can see the sign very, very clear.
Okay. And see Dabena Moko Dodio. As you see, Ododio na mo sisi a. Wow. And more and more share on Facebook Live, no. Mo be hu live footages from Ododio constituency na nado ene ne team akwa PM ewo ho na wo de wa akọ na kokọ share pictures and videos no ema wo ho said ye kan se mo nkoye in the case of John Mahama ewo Adan area ho no we nso ye Ododio Neil Antevanda Poyonrabo na MP wo ho enti NDC for any crash seat no. But say share videos now you would see nipa ewo ho na wa jeje e de ama ho nti wo ba Asempa FM 94.7 your page or Facebook you would see what's happening live from Odododio constituency. Chairman nti say wo share presidency nso a presidential vote no in 2016 munya nanadunya 1,062,157 votes representing 52.42%. And they register close to 3.6 million. Ewo Greater Accra region. More target you're saying?
Oh, in fact, Bomo being said, vote are 20 percentage terms. We should be able to maintain, the margin in terms of percentage. But realistically, maybe fine. I hear the analysis no gear. We take the expectation around 2% of the votes in Greater Accra, any 24 parliamentary states. We know we are working so that more than this. But on paper, all the knockoffs are just not to make sure say and you have an emotional aspect to it. Scientifically, I didn't expect that you can't win, but you are so, project yourself when you're yielding in every month.
Okay, in the attendance, more realistic target 24 seats in parliament.
Yes.
And presidential, and so now say how many votes?
52%.
52% of the votes. Presidential. Wow. And this is here, no. So we share parliamentary na mukra 21. In the mobile 3 and I come with the NYMI 24. In the 3, no.
In the stock of the other parties now, a minimum of 3 account.
Minimum of 3, no. One castle constituency sege ka ho.
It's a good count.
Ododio.
But I also count.
And last one here.
Oh, what is this? You ready? Yes, I'm in that. Constantly like collect what it. Yebeji. Constantly like Kukadamanso Yebeji. Amasama say Yebeji. Obon to be a Yebeji. It's almost these are constituencies. Yeah, but must say Yebeji. I also know Yebeji.
And as I can say more jet train at the account.
Yeah, if I talk about river. Yes, so realistically, any say, one say,
Ekosiisen on Asempa
very, very, very careful. And we know what we are working towards. But realistically, on paper,
okay. Now, interestingly, Ubo Pong Katamanso, Enra, money president, the call hono, or Hini being same BCC or na, a then see, na idea Sama.
What is on the hopper, and we are no dear. Sorry, naturally, my brother, on any penny for no, Indiana, the cacao, as soon as I do, because you're poor, you know, they are hoa, you're now, maybe I have for senior, I did. Maybe I can almost reserve for your money, and say, one young Yana or do, if you know, Ama, I say, 100. Yeah, it's all cars, you know. What we do normally is a home opportunity now. Omukasa, you and Sana, your president, no,
Ekosiisen on Asempa
FM. All Casano, okay, say, oh, about Chumukono, Abeshomu Bobby Dre, at the end of the day, you know, I want to me and Yanni, it's a Rafana, a home. The president, so, ebe manu bueno odana se odana se waji mrea wabetna bomsi se oti na tem na de wo ho an so no abedi adanse se aban ya sase aye tu da dey want to be ma MPP aban na sisi no ono wa president there or president for everybody whether utu abama no utu abama no enu dey enshada fa enti no die ono wo die say die hia timamfo bia e na responsibility say obehwe na wa ya mo enti on kan say kun katamazo for anto aba manu 2015 enti say bi na oche out of the national cake no all mom enti on the wa ba ye obe kati so da ye o se no bo say obe ye on be dada no omo di campaign omo be dada no ni ade no or no his excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, the president of the land, or no on count on the pansu, Bosha or share Yenina, everything the identity say, what you weak man, if he can't have a boy. And I call Kanti sword, you know. The Ekosiisen to start the hospital no Gataman so from. Yeah, no, or Hinunaka or Cafe or no dear. And I'm saying, as I feel fat warrior, no dear, I conversation say, Onyaya and Yankee hospital no advance road. Honor, president to say, okay, or no, what, but now, I'm going to so air part, as you see, your boy, young and Virginia did. Okay, and a president will say, okay, Archie, record, nah. Yeah, because I didn't know consultants now on the yet drawing on his animal. I said, yes, no, and I said, na fan for if it's correct. I'm almost supporting no.
Yeah.
No back to I could say no to the book. Yeah, I didn't see the only no can get tears for some maybe put this in.
Na chairman me facho ade a makọ ho akọkate saa sword ne da. For our project no.
My cocoa cartis also been and in way new hospitals now. COVID-19 by a promise, President no promise, you know, it can't be. If you ever catch on the wall, now other areas are, walk on that's one of the new hospitals, President now promise, or the
in the why mo na ohenene refer to say Omaba be cut sword that no mu because oka groundbreaking, scissors cutting, sword cutting, tape cutting. Okay, cause answer the sound you many nyina cause na or refer to why mo.
Oh, sir, and na me dey can say Baby, obi akwa ko cut sword so over here, hospital over here be there one for any day. Then your president no can say no one and name one. Ono onye bibi sa. It is only no I can say there is such a history of Hodia and you're not
Okay, Chairman, I go home. My nasi bibia nia. You best say baby didn't come bio. Why you name say my tight. Wish you all the best. Why? Okay, and that's the regional chairman of the NPP with Greater Accra region, Chairman Divine Otu Agohom and Amoten and Kano. Mamin Sai Emra back in studio. Abbas me pacho to asomame.
Obi medawase. And someone chama keka ene de. Chama Adikuka have already responded, so I will not belabor the point. As someone no manogusu American creditor na Dr. Nana Akumia pese ojima Baumia. Ono ankasa nim sensem a wo no Dr. Baumia enim ho hwe eno nana meka say and everything we owe in our digital space, the digital IT infrastructure, all of that was set up by Omampanyini John Dramani, and the record are there to show a 100-kilometer rural fiber optic network a free Accra Eko Boko I connected 6 regions: Greater Accra, Volta region, Uti, Northeast, any Upper East region. No, Omampanyini Mahama, and we and Abua, it has helped. It provides internet and voice call needs for millions of people. And as the business needs of the people in those enclaves. About 300-kilometer radius metro fiber network within Accra and Tema, with the capacity to offer Wi-Fi and other IT service to millions of Ghanaians, was set up by Omampanyini John Dramani Mahama. And a LTE, a 4G network with over 119 base stations across the length and breadth of Ghana, no, is another of Omampanyini Mahama achievement. And at the biggest tier 3 600 rack space data in West Africa, and Ghana, in West Africa, located in Accra, with a 45 rack space backup on the campus of KNUST, is an achievement of Omampanyini Mahama. These are the backbone of the digitization agenda. And of course, you also know about the Accra Digital Center. Fantastic one, Omampanyini Mahama. I offer tens of thousands of jobs for youth in the digitization industry. And it's a Obeka say Baumia or Dr. Baumia or you Mr. Digitization. Clearly, you are seeking to dress him in borrowed clothes. You are seeking to give him credit that he does not deserve. Apart from the infamous Baumia GPS, no. Neyen shedan hunu baby Ekosiisen no. Chireme adia Dr. Baumia aye. No ntia was a friend of Mr. Digitization. Also mobile money. Dr. Baumia buy no na mobile money ni ho. Na mobile money interoperability ni ho. Mi obi. Proud to 2016 elections. Na mitimi a tough phone. Mitimi talk credit from account. Mitimi tua me bill from my account. Enti oka say interoperability say udisike free accounts mu akọ mobile money wallet so utia u bill so to credit nomni ade no Dr. Baumia na de ba ya em say na you are not
no but mobile money interoperability in fact the interoperability thing happened under this government. That's a fact.
Yeah, kind of interoperability. What do we mean?
Building that infrastructure
for
mobile money interoperability.
Say, ultimately, you use free mobile money, so account accounts mo, and also this free account. Fantastic.
One telco wallet onto another telco wallet. They not used to happen.
Ultimately, auto adie ewo ebi auto ECG credit wa bra. People were doing that in 2016. Interoperability say your this accounts money that I'm not sure, but say you to adhere from your mobile money account directly. We were doing it in 2016. It did not happen.
ECG credits
fantastic.
I know you're different from mobile money interoperability.
How different is it?
No, the ECG has an app or more ECG app. How about you talk credit on your phone?
You see, the whole thing was about digitization of the economy and making as much as possible trying to run a cashless economy.
Absolutely.
In this meeting first, na me nante ko ECG ho, na me ko yisika e de to credit, na me tena fie, na me to a. It's a form of digitization you can't gloss over. What you say? And someone make the cracks of it, they say. And now, dear be I work in our digital space, a crowd digital center, the fiber optic backbone, all of that was set up by Oman Penny John Dramani Mahama. And so okay said Dr. Baum, your friend Mr. Digitization. Yeah, your friend Mr. Digitization kwa. On your in the digitization space, I also in that title. Nana Kumia Casa Oma create 2.1 million jobs.
Obi 2
million jobs. Obi you know. Say, and they back Ghana ha. You are one of the best journalists. Well, like it or not, the kind of questions are ubusa. But Nedie, make us say you have been a bit lenient with Nana Kumia because I was expecting him to give details. Okay, Nana be in the kind originate this story. Wabro koye a press conference be Okumasia. Okay, so ma create about 2 million jobs. Now, Oma creative jobs no about 700,000 in the public sector alone. Obi. Nana be in the chat and who say Nana Kumiamo take that narrative no. But because we have not subjected that claim to thorough scrutiny, they want to run out with that fallacy and inaccurate information. They will be interrogated. Public sector between Kwame and Nkrumah Pencil Bepim 2016. According to Nkofo controller Chia Omokano. And this year, there was about 650,000 people in the public sector. At the last budget, there were about 700,000 people in the public sector. So, public sector, about 40,000. So, where from the claim of 700,000 employment in the public sector, as claimed by Nanabi in Kumasi, and now Nana Kumia running along with it. It's a complete false. What the MPP are buying? They have realized they are going down. And they think they can employ political sloganeering. They can create some political fantasies just to hoodwink people just as they did. But it will not work. Ebio, Nana Kumia, I heard him say right here, say, Oma create about 770,000 our planting for food and jobs. Obi wante. 770,000. Obi, planting for food and jobs, no? How does it work? So who will be tetrete, who don't move. Now, by so move for now, we don't know. Me free fertilizer, TNU. Me free fertilizer. Na odo abrono na no ba ye ne ba matia ye dey afrim. E na ban no atrankan aye ne estimation say fertilizer no amede afri woni ntina ma watimi atre wa hyem so wo 1 acre e bia wo betimi aye dey afa nipa 4 bade 4. And our buying one kasa akeka bom was what created 770,000 jobs in planting for food and jobs. The question we must ask in Obi, and the abayan for fertilizer na ko free akuyaninu okuyaninu na fo no no dadana. Or trin onwo dukromu no na. So how can government claim say what free okuyani fertilizer what nan kan imagine as whether say okase wa for bi bad cry job per the International Labour Organization standards no is a different question. So how can a buying Ebeka say we're creating 770,000 jobs and are planting for food and jobs? How did he do it? Ebi onu okanda yes under NAPE baby a John Kuma wono. Obi unim say NAPE a brainchild of Omanpenyu John Dramani Mahama. Near friend Youth Enterprise Support. No mobile or mabe change din. Under Omanpenyu Mahama a lot of people were given startups to start their own businesses under
startup capital.
Startup capital. Emo mo share o mo adwuma ase. Eme create adwuma no ne ade bebre. The last time we interview am no mampanyine ye no. Or say there was this lady no we school ni adwuma ye. Or the nice proposal in aquaculture. Okay. Yen tilapia no ne ade and na wafa nkonfo be 20. Saf ade o mampanyine John Dramani Mahama ya na create adwuma and then the MPP are counting it as one of ade o mo na aye because o ma be change din. Into obi we expect that sometimes when some of these issues.
But what they have said, fundamentally different from their own.
No.
What they have said, say support our monomodema youth, no. In all, my youth were 65 or 70. They are doing close to 5,000.
Obi is never true. You can call, I think, na ura Eduasare at some point.
Yeah.
And later, one lady,
Eduasare set up. And I think one lady, is it said the number? Maybe said the number.
No, not said the number.
Okay.
Nidino Eyade Ewoho.
Yeah.
Helga Bwadi.
Yeah.
Almost support to more than 1,000 to 2,000 startup businesses. I think that she's still around. She can come and give you the final details. One of which was the Omampenyi Mahama Yede Eka Yeno. One. In principle, Nana Kumia.
I think the fact they said they trained
good.
They trained 2,000 plus, but more financial support.
That is debatable. But so what kind argument and Nana Kumia here under youth employment, and then the all under yes nape no. You could see a certain thread of inconsistency. Youth employment, Mosha no, use more fund as a stopgap employment a year with no source of funding, with no legal backing. It took NDC, Haruna Idrisu led that initiative. Per legal back in I think National Youth Act at 770 or so. Providing legal backing and the stream of revenue be the yebeti omuka. Ya yes idea we na ya be fine tune idea we na and no buy ya wote ha no still o say yam brainchild regardless of the NDC ye. In that thing ye share yes I say now we be in NEPA e was a credit ho. So there was a bit of inconsistency. Same scenario when applied to two different situations, you see the argument was not consistent. What you say? Enti we nana kumia Mumfa statistics on 2 million jobs no amose my day. Ma create no mo kan ma mon kan e trust Mumfa statistics so that we can interrogate. The American or public sector no adansi dia mo finance minister dia ba no am ehunu se nya no kre. Mun create 700,000 jobs we are in the public sector. Now where between 2016 and 2020 nipa abeka public sector who are controller and accountant general to mokano about 40 something thousand. So where from the 700,000 jobs? So ma create ye ni so a mumye hunu planting for food and jobs. Say kuyaniti one wa command fertilizer kuyani a wadon na afuo free me santene wa command fertilizer na o say afi won wa ma na adwuma no untimi nka o kan sa anya dai enye ye ebia no o ka bibia da one district one factory on obi Adia, I think say MPP as a political party, or moya dear. This a Kufuado led government. Or moya dear pay was a ball mabaso, a political sloganeering. Yempe a dinning to a dear Sonia Yeno Kakrakano. Or moya experts. Because Obi, in another war position, I walk one district, one factory, no. We thought he was talking about something substantially different from what other governments were doing. Because Obekaya under Rollins near what Edif Fund. Edif was giving support to a distressed country companies. And Omanpenyuko for near what venture capital. Venture capital, no so companies or Mumuaya Hano or Yede or Bomo. And under Omanpenyu Mahama, there was Exim Bank. And then also Ebwa companies and Omanpenyu Mahama crowd under this same initiative no Obwa pharmaceutical companies be said to be economy ade e ma no provide antiretroviral drugs okroma obi meboa and when Nanado said he was bringing one district one factory no as someone who kano was fundamentally different from what successive governments had done by Nanado danko Akufo-Addo bae ni ebusa ne say one district one factory no a o kan ye no a o say the now kano ɛyɛ deɛ na aban na atwa mu no ɛyɛ dada no nti no ɛnnɛ sɛ wokɔma kasaprɛko facility te sɛ deɛ ɔmampanyini Mahama ɛyɛ ma pharmaceuticals no a na wode ɛyɛ wo label akɔbɔ hɔ 1 district 1 factory ultimate grant will be tax holiday even on ɛyɛ raw materials and machinery now the way yakɔbɔ hɔ 1 district 1 factory ɛnɛ Daako farms wokɔ Kumasi a Daako farms wonim sɛ ɔmo sɛ 1 district 1 factory Boris B and ɔmampanyini Mahama or roll out a certain package for the poultry industry. The greatest beneficiary was Boris B. Most of a Nama Boris B. Naso was because of the facility he enjoyed under Omampanyini Mahama. Omampanyini Mahama and Fale Bubianko Boho say 1 district 1 factory. But then people for man BB Chocho Puebino and almost say 1 district 1 factory. Okay. Yanrea Obi. Echnebi Ebeba has some penny hano now 1 district 1 factory Baha because Honorable Japan Mesa grant you people that privilege of coming to patronize your platform. That is how cheap, that is how ordinary the MPP has reduced this whole thing about 1 district. Into 1 district 1 factory. Don't talk about existing factories I almost support. Omampanyini Mahama kra da mo kɔ ne it was a learning experience for all of us. Omyenu sa dia aban no ya ne adniema bi aban ne ya ne na or say 1 district 1 factory no. It has been in existence since Rawlings days. Also we see hotel wo kroma machinery no ni ade a wo de ba nyina wontu ahwe obi meboa na wo ya wo checks no mampanyini say no kra no kan also we see factory e wo kroma most of the machinery a wo de ba no wontu ahwe saa na eti anda ono President Mahama saa na eti anda ono entidi enti na ne de mampanyina kufu ado nko a eye bia o say 1 district 1 factory enti obi ye kan de afu ano asemo a ye kan say the Akufo-Addo government is on its way out. In fact, Omampanyini Akufo-Addo is a lame duck president now. Now by no, I just a sacred anti-free ewo people so. You can't stop it mainstream. Sacred anti-free wo people so no. Sa nkwa nkochoki awo ya ne hwe enye dey enye yi. And now manfo adwuma agu okroma. All kind adwuma sem no na me kan on the net. A civil society organization be from CBG. Almost as at 2018, 1 million people had lost their job because of the excruciating and wicked economic policies of Omampanyini Akufo-Addo. As at 2018, 2 years down the line, so more and they became 3 million kra. Banking sector, Juma ya day, ye gumo. Taxes are day air cost rent people for almost one muchiri body and so that the ason son or mudie. As la who's what some more kind. Or says a taxes ne bosian ye day a boomaya and kono neba 7 years crabit in a boomay. But no ma bobosia cha baby ne oko World Bank website. We have been declared a highly distressed yate say Kwajo upon Kroma want to play around with West say Ghana. It was an initiative here by and anyhow. Go to the World Bank website. Ubawuse Ghana has been declared a highly distressed, a highly indebted, distressed economy within the likes of Afghanistan and Somalia. Because we have gone beyond 70%. Our debt to GDP ratio, no, by the time I bet to we hover around 76%.
Just take a break. My main sign and Ramin a lot to talk about here or some other time. Now after your twice wedding, come honorable Japames and so Ekosiisen na higher sempa 94.7 FM. Abbas Nuruddin, the communications officer ma NDC Ashanti region and mote se ordinance tuja. Let me see. Respectfully, Obi, the NDC man in your studio just peddled an obvious untruth when he stated, among other things, that Mahama cut short for the fiber optic project and that Dr. Bawumia cannot pride himself as a digitization man. Check this report on Ghana Web, filed on 14th July 2007.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
President John Agyekum Kufuor on Monday performed a ceremony to mark the formal commencement of work on the essay. No, Obi message in America no.
Taking the wind out of my sails.
Makanda.
Because maybe Ministry of Communication or website.
Maybe the same story.
Oh, open. Yeah, Eastern Corridor fiber optic backbone. Yeah. What year is there? How can they year now?
Year or
in what?
In 2008.
Now can story can.
In also quote, President Kufuor on Monday performed the ceremony to mark the formal commencement of work on the $70 million landmark National Communications Backbone Transmission Project to provide broadband for countrywide deployment of ICT. The project involves the laying of optic fiber across a distance of 1,900 kilometers to link all the 10 regional capitals and some 36 towns, with the capacity to be extended to neighboring Burkina Faso. Please, unquote, and also please, NPP 1 did phase 1, and former President Mahama only inherited. Find attached herewith a link to the story. Okay, that's a message from Sir Obama. Ono ewo pokuase, and odiwe abre. Why? I'll give you the opportunity. We say interoperability means from one telco to another. Before then, you could only do MTN to MTN or Airtel Tigo to Airtel Tigo. That's closed loop. Now, it's across network with no borders. Why should ECG prepaid be used in comparison? Nipa no the way by and say, okay, nti ebo kwansa and the way a buy or say otiasia. Enye, that's ebo kwansa on the interoperability argument. But lawyer Mr. Pocho Maminte.
Obi, minchia waiting for kanka waiting for sekune. Namufa kunye demanda wana sa papa Sunday ya we book me. Sekune fu would defy in song to Sunday and a pa. Obi ma yini end this vocal that was sorry on social media. The Japan health work na here, why a Japan rainy day. But nsuno na no ko from kakra be 7:45.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Yeah, me.
A doma wotu bogu sekune Ekwase Park. Ma wakan yan ho National Youth Organizer Nana B Obeba Kayan ho Regional Minister Joe Gatti Ato Pamford na Regional Executives awo Western Region Obeba Kayan ho ma oye need papa clear demonstration of the faith secretly war in the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Was then the most normal striking in Pony there just the Friday and former president Wabaho. He was in my constituency.
Oh, okay.
And for the first time, the live streamer or community be our call Ghana. Second continue in stream. Oh, and one and be someone. Nimpamba. Oh, why no Lorry Park?
Secondly, Lorry Park.
Mr. Wayne stream Obi check for the first time. Wayne stream
secondly, Lorry Park.
Mr. Wayne stream la. I prefer recognize
FM.
Na enim Lorry Park.
Lorry Park.
Now one programs they are where no. 2016 so Oba Sekune ho no kwai. Commentary park now or Lorry Park. Into the love that Sekune showed last Sunday, was really humbling. And I can commit there, Senyami Adom. Now was Mom BM December 2020. The Mumbihim Sekune Frank. Whatever it is that we have to do to uplift the image of Second D, the appropriate networks or the board. They make sure they answer and in the national cake and Sakano. It's exactly
Asempa
what we
FM.
do. Obi, why the you know NDC for what's in an Akumiano voice? Ne Biblia I want
Dema.
Nanya dama nkamore tina he okeke nenwa hwan. Nana Akumia onye member of the MPP.
Yes.
Now occupy a public office. Mm-hmm. And so you expect him that right from January 2017, every week be on the radio though.
Ekosiisen on Asempa
Indeed,
FM.
when was the last time one ministers, including Omane Boama, doctor on radio. And yet, what is the election in Wakas so many bombing Namaba? Our Bakasama party. No. So, really, there's no basis for the talk that we do injury time. In any event, the substantive communications director is contesting an election. And so, it stands to reason that your resources for party, we deploy all of them to work in the interest of the party. Now, Nana Kumia is skillful. It's the okay on left, okay on right, okay on center. Now we're confused. It is expected that they will try to put some AB in the spokes just to create a certain impression. The aban or sofa until now wakafa Nana Kumia, but the onombe redeem abani. Now Obi share. Mercy sekune over the weekend. It's a clear demonstration. Mehu anodon pre mehu pon katamanso mehu various constituencies. His Excellency the President now number to across the regions. Vice President now number to across the regions. The First Lady, the Second Lady, young party for a Juma war year, and the response from the people of Ghana. I am one there still our confidence. Though we win election in December. I am one.
Oh yeah, NDC.
I'm telling you, I am one.
That's our crowd politics, ne?
About crowd politics.
That's actually nipa.
No, remember, and check. They creating a certain sense. The party are unpopular. One of the better na the other the nature. That's the point. Then we are focused on our campaign. Or send the message no clear. A Juma ya over the past 3.5 years. Ghana for win. Now, shortfalls or you identify. And now, impetus edi beshem ma yetum yama Ghana wafane tampa wifra. It's clear. You know when this wasn't Obi
Honorable Ekosiisen
fiber optic argument the and one day Ghana Bibia Wahabia Mr. Mahaman Oye former President Mahaman Oye Ono no watu I'll be send you evidence of when in fact program of fiber optic backbone Ghana or ye Jumesisi washasi. These are matters of fact. In 2007, 2008, President Kufuor Nabedu na washai dam Jumezinasi. Of course, when we no you won Obi. Between 2009 to 2012, Professor Moss wanyashia. And then this vote to go prepare any masidama.
Asempa FM.
No, of our one.
No, on from one. Obi, why down from who? Bibia, Mr. Mahama. So what did Professor Moose do? Nothing. Wanyari. Obi, Mr. Professor Moose wanyari. For the 4 years that he was in government, wanyari. One can. But you see, Osan there, ne Jumedzodi nano wa appropriate what's Mr. Mahamanti. Where you need for the history books of this country, and it's shameful. Osan there, yeah, one green book here was a JM achievement. It has that Tuabo gas pipeline in it.
Yeah, the gas plant.
Yes, the plant and the Western gas infrastructure. Mm-hmm. Who started it? Was part of the 3 billion loan. Professor Moss, can negotiate here. CDB for when to meet conditions. Back look, our gas is coming. yen oil discovery a President Kufuor or discovery ye describing as a jungle or parliamentary. It's about to come. Impe yenya gas plant ye mfensi wa. Gas obebe ni ade e flare. Na China for approve. Madam facility no start. Yet they say it's Mr. Muhammad's legacy.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Is that factual? University of Ghana Medical Center is in the Green Book as JM legacy. Who started it? Makacho bisa wasemne yima no wusu ya mum baby
na say enyim
osana mamu adwuma ye wo sekune
enyim aka.
You see, so what pede wakacha Ghana food there Professor Moss obe wanyashia. But I know the reason why. Osande what you do there, all these major infrastructure projects in Nano or started during their first term when Professor Moss was president. Then their argument that Nana Dodanko Akufo-Addo because only any project binti onyashi will be defeated. So it's a trick in the book. So the man, the man took former President Mahama from nowhere and made him his flag bearer. You cannot dignify his legacy with what it is. Running mate. Yes, running mate. Oh, he's a much Maria.
No, running mate. I'm not from Brejo.
I'm not from.
Yeah. I'm not from Brejo. It was so.
And then Professor Moss offer Mr. Mahama no running mate.
As no running mate.
And then Professor Moss offer.
Fact.
I made the Professor Moss offer former President Mahama
fact
as flag bearer. So you won't dignify him? You will not. You will not dignify him for his historical role as a president of this country. Here, I'm here for the history of this country is being twisted to create a certain impression that the only founding president that we've had in the Fourth Republic, how do you disgrace the man like that?
I'm
a tribal politics. No one good anymore, sir. Are they not?
There's no one card on your share.
What? Listen there.
They be also work.
Then let them go and revise their book. Obi. More revised book. No one gin to Magana Fina who there. The Green Book no is actually 8 years of NDC government.
And not 4 years.
Thank you very much. Many want an argument to be
okay.
Because that is what it is. In fact, it even includes projects that President Kufuor started. Yet these people have the audacity to tell us the President Nana Kufuor-Addo
FM.
They can tell us that Ghana widened, as if to say we have forgotten. No wonder, it was short memory. When the Bank of Ghana one report, asset quality review, indicated banks will suffer, are on the verge of collapse. Who was in government? Obi,
Eka Bank of Ghana one as asset quality review.
Thank you very much. No government.
That was under the
at the time, vice presidential candidate Maumia. Okay, there. Some 9 banks
were struggling.
Thank you very much. Who was in government?
Former President Mahama was president.
What did he do? I then. So when you kukudro, what the catch Ghana for there? Nana Dodanko Akufo-Addo will collapse banks. Yanti Kroma ha. In the DKM, na God is slap. 80 plus microfinance institutions, Ogui, including Western Community Bank in my constituency. What did they do? Obi, maybe some
Western Rural Bank.
Yes.
Sorry, Western Rural
Bank.
Community. Oh, them are. So
yes.
That's our friend. Western Rural Bank.
Listen, not a community, not a rural.
Okay.
No, a community.
Okay.
What did they do? Where then? What did they do? Obi. Into interoperability contract. What billions.
1.2.
No, billions.
No, some main specifics.
1.2 billion. How much was used for that same thing? Under Nana Dodankwa Akufo-Addo 4.5 million. These people. Yet the sum 5 years running for a problem that the president at the time, former President Mahama, told us was fuel. Also pipeline. Now I say, into gas in Nigeria was not a clear admission that we had the requisite generation capacity in this country. But what did they do? In their quest to solve a fuel problem, merchant of war, chat to them phrasing that. Response there then. They profit from it. We're contracting thousands of kilowatts of power that today we pay for without using it. We don't need. Like. What is the installed capacity today? 5,000. What is the peak demand? 2,400.
Yeah, but you need excess.
On excess, no, 2,300. Double. That you pay capacity charges on them.
No,
for
mostly 25% of what you have.
Thank you very much. So what was their solution? In any event, President Kufuor started with Bui and the other thermal plants to increase the capacity from 1,980 to about 2,600.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
What did they do? Yeah, they have the audacity to talk. As if to say them man wofi masaba. Ayenim one. Do you know how many businesses collapsed in the Dumso era? Small businesses, people who lost their lives when through their handiwork. You and I slept in darkness for 5 years. Do you know the economic cost to this country?
We'll be doing so about 5 years on the NDC.
Share.
4 years.
Share. Obi, share.
2012 to 2016, 4 years.
Obi, share. I don't know, confused, Grandpa, the difference between mobile banking and your phone doing interoperability. Mobile banking. Bank, Ecobank app. Yes, you can pay your bills on your phone. He doesn't even know the distinction between that and interoperability. Chairman, look, Chief,
why?
When you were talking, I was sitting here quietly.
What? To Adomamna,
Share, Obi. Yes, you create jobs in planting for food and jobs at Nankran. Now, the one task also want to science as one task. You cannot
convince me.
It's estimation. Osande chairman Masrao. There is only a certain limit with which you can apply a certain chemical. Correct?
Yes.
That requires a certain finite number of people to do. And if you are doing 3, 4, why? Also about for no officer no apply chemical on the farm. Also about for no no Obi. Also about for Gabriel denim no for chemicals no apply fertilizer on 20 acres of land within a certain finite time period able to my farm. So if farmers are increasing their capacity, they are getting more chemical to apply to their farms. It stands to reason that they are using
on
human
FM
manpower to do it. So you cannot estimate the jobs that have been created with that? You can't.
That job creation, they say into me first estimating. When say on your projections, you are doing actual jobs.
Absolutely. And so I'm saying to you that per every kilogram of additional input, you can draw a logical inference on what it is that the personnel are required to do their job.
But that is when,
in any event,
when you are going to start to roll out the project. But after the project has been rolled out, now a report on the jobs created.
It should not be estimation. Statistics here that we are present on launch reporting. I was only pointing out the fallacy in his argument. They were actuals.
Actuals, okay.
Agree statistics here done last week. His Excellency the President on launch in Uni. For over 30 years, we have never done that in this country. The census. Now, until you haven't seen it. And who report and who figures of the personnel who are in agric. So you see, yeah.
Ekosiisen on
so when you might hit one in December, so you might now also one district, one factory.
Hold on, one of them, na Munkombra will continue from 1D1F. Lawyer Mpocho, mam, some few minutes, remember. Lawyer Andre Japamesa Ena Moten and Kano. This one says, truth be told, the gas commercialization processing plant project even predates the Mills administration. The latter only changed the site / location and source of funding. Fact. The issue of, and this one says, in 2016, the Mahama administration agreed with the World Bank and IMF that they had gone beyond the requisite capacity levels, and in that context agreed to suspend, defer, cancel, and terminate some of the energy agreement they had entered into with private independent power producers. Ghana was entitled to pay nearly $600 million annually for those commitments. Fact. Abdul Malik Kwekubako. This one says, Obi tell Ejapa Mesa that years ago, same President John Evans Mills was referred to by Nana Akufo-Addo as Professor Doolittle. When did President Mills become an achiever? Anyway, ex-President J.J. Rawlings, who was once referred to as a, quote, Medra, is now a darling boy of the NPP and President Akufo-Addo. Ghanaian politicians are interesting. Larry Dogbe, editor of the Herald newspaper. There are other messages, but I'll do them after this. Here is here.
What do you know who say? Any paboni will be a simudi. She, a dear nebe ya say, Sani paboni fui, ebetimi aye wuma, anasa webusia